Welcome back to class, everybody. Today's video is about how long should your YouTube videos be? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes? Let me start off first of all with something like a Zen koan for you. Your YouTube video should be as long as it can be and as short as it can be. What? It should be what? It depends on a multitude of factors. First of all, what kind of video are you making? Some videos need to be shorter than others. If you're making like a silly comedy sketch, generally that's going to be shorter. If you're exploring some kind of historical event, like you're making one of those videos that's going a bit more in depth into the reasons why things happened, that might be longer, maybe 30 minutes. It really depends on how long your audience is expecting to have to pay attention to something. Because a lot of times when people are looking at videos, before they even click, when they're just looking at the search results, they're looking at the timestamps on the videos as well. And you go into it when you search for something, you're like, how to make scrambled eggs, for instance. And I see a few videos and I'm looking at the timestamps, and one is 30 seconds, one is a minute, one is 5 minutes, and one is 10 minutes. I'm probably not going to go with the 10-minute one because that seems like way too long. I just want the information. And I'm probably not going to go with the 30-second one either because that seems like they're probably going to rush through it and skip something. So I might go more with like a 1 to 2 minute video. So it has to do with expectation, which is, you've got to think about how long does my audience expect to invest in this video based on the subject matter. For beginner YouTubers, for those of you just kind of getting the hang of it, you probably make videos that are too long. I've never really had that feeling like, wow, your video should be longer. Sometimes you will over-explain things. Sometimes you will repeat yourself over and over. Sometimes you will add tangents that don't really have anything to do with anything. Sometimes you will do kind of the 5-paragraph essay format where you'll tell people what you're going to tell them, then you'll tell them, and then you'll sum up what you just told them. That doesn't work for YouTube. YouTube, you've got to get in and out as fast as you can because attention is precious. YouTube is a place where they will drop you like it's hot if they get bored. And it's difficult at first because sometimes you'll think, this is necessary that I leave this 30-second thing in here to explain what I'm doing or to give some backstory or whatever, or to address something that the audience might be thinking. But oftentimes it's not necessary. You can cut those things. If you're doing like a very straightforward tutorial, like how to replace the plunger thing in a toilet tank, you might think, I need to just turn the camera on and get every little thing about what's happening here. I need to explain, where I got the I don't even know what it's called, the plunger thing. I need to show everything about how I got the screw out. No, you just need to show the highlights. What happens here? Did the audience get it? Okay, cool. Move on. You've also got to give your audience more credit than you think they should get. Now, look, when you are on YouTube for a while, you're going to find that you deal with a lot of stupid people. But on the whole, your audience is not stupid, and they can make leaps. They don't need to get every little logical step that you think they need to get to the next thing. They can fill in the blanks and they won't even notice it. And in some ways, they like doing that. Audiences like it when you trust them enough where you can say one thing and then move to a next thing, even though they need to make a little bit of a logical leap between them. Sometimes that's as simple as cutting out linking words. I have found when I'm editing my videos, a lot of times I'll stop at the end of a sentence, then I'll say, and blah, blah, blah. And initially it felt like I needed to leave the and in, but you don't. I could even cut out that but I just said. And initially it felt like I needed to leave the and in. You don't. There are a lot of things that you can do to just shave off seconds here and there. A lot of times also you will be tempted to leave in little things that you know don't have anything to do with the video, but you think are expressing your character. you know, and you're like, I gotta show that I'm unique, so I'm gonna leave in this little story that I tell, and it's cool because it's my story. Those things a lot of times can just be cut. You've got to be harsh with yourself and be like, the people don't care about me. They don't care about my little story. And you shouldn't rely on tangents that inflate the size of your video in order to express your character. You need to express yourself, your voice, your uniqueness through the essential information and with as few divergencies from the subject as possible. And it can hurt sometimes. It's like, man, I really wanted to tell that story. Man, I really wanted to get in this joke. But time and attention is a bit more important in those circumstances. And you'll also be surprised that you express yourself and your unique voice a lot more than you think you do just in the boring transmission of information, though it shouldn't be boring. If you find yourself making a video and you're like, this is so boring, I need to tell a joke, maybe the video is not such a hot video to make. What I do is I go through videos, I make an initial edit, and then I see how long it is. And it'll be like, oh, this is 15 minutes. And I'll be like, this is way too long. I got to get it down. So then I just kind of come up with an arbitrary number sometimes. And I'm like, let me just get this down to 12 minutes. I've got to cut out 3 minutes somehow. So then I cut down the video to 12 minutes. And then I'll be like, let me see if I can get it down to 10. And when I was first making videos, I would try to get it down as much, I would boil it down as much as possible. There would be times where I'd have a video that was like 15 minutes and I would try to get it down to like 7, just to try to get down to the essential stuff that I was trying to get out and cut out all the fat. The thing is though, sometimes you'll be editing a video and you'll realize this video is too long, but I can't edit anything out without it starting to not make sense. And in those circumstances, you need to go back and re-record the video. Now that you know, it's like in the editing process, you've figured out what you should be saying. You've like funneled down the video too late. You've written the script after you've recorded it and started editing it, but you need to go back and redo it if you find that this is too long. On the other hand, while I have said that you rarely have a time where it's like, this video was too short, you want a video to be substantial enough that it's worth people's time to click on in the first place. Because if you have a title that seems to suggest some kind of thought that would take at least 8 minutes to develop and you only have a 2-minute video, people are going to be like, this is a waste of time to even watch the 2 minutes. Try to pick ideas for videos that you can give the right amount of time to. And this is all judgment call. Like I can't tell you exactly what that is. But for talking head videos, anywhere from 3 minutes to 10, 15 minutes is an appropriate amount. Give yourself a challenge. Be like, let me cut 1 more minute out of this. 2 more minutes. Go crazy. I'm going to cut 5 minutes out of this video. But Frank, the video is only 6 minutes long. Do it anyway. No, don't do it. In that case, don't do it. Now, there are other elements to keep in mind here. YouTube really cares about watch time. That matters more than views, which might make you think, I need to make longer videos. Yes, but only if you can keep people's attention. And that's the thing, is that we all overestimate the amount of attention that we can hold. We think we can make a 20-minute video, a talking head video where I talk about whatever, but the truth is that probably most people aren't going to watch all 20 minutes. So you don't want to sacrifice watch time too much by making only short videos, because YouTube will reward you if you can make longer videos that keep people's attention. But in the early days of YouTube, you're really just getting the reps in. You're trying to practice. You're trying to hone your craft. As I say time and again on this channel, part of honing your craft is keeping people's attention as long as possible through the whole video. And then as you work on that, you can make your videos longer, develop your ideas more, keep people on board longer. Use your analytics, use the audience retention graph to see how long am I actually keeping people's attention. Am I making videos that are too long? Or am I keeping their attention? Can I make videos that are longer than what I'm doing? Pay attention and be tough on yourself when it comes to editing and cutting out stuff. That's it for today's class. How long is this video? 15 minutes. Wow. Let me, as of recording, it's about 16 minutes right now. Let me see how much I can cut it down. Look at the timestamp. Maybe I won't cut it down at all. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you next time at the College of Tuber Studies.